Hello, everyone. If you're a parent or planning to become one, you might have heard about the $1,000 that the government is contributing for your child with a Trump account. So today we'll just be talking about what Trump accounts are, how they work, and who's eligible for them.
All right. Why would you even be interested in opening a Trump account?
Yeah, so if you're a parent and you are becoming a parent, you might have some kids that you want to invest in their future. Here's a nice illustration pulled from the TrumpAccounts.gov website. It shows just estimates on the amounts if you contribute a certain amount for those years. So these are based on historical averages, so they're not completely accurate, but close. So at age 18, you can see that they would be able to get a pretty good chunk of money, um, pretty much just by contributing and even not contributing.
So, what are the accounts? What exactly is a Trump account?
And so a Trump account is a type of traditional IRA. It's established by an authorized individual, usually that holds parental responsibility, their dependent being claimed on the individual's tax return for the exclusive benefit of the authorized individual's beneficiaries.
So, we know what they are and why you might want one. Who can you actually open a Trump account for?
Yeah, so eligible individuals are ones that you can open Trump accounts for, and these eligible individuals must be under the age of 18 by the close of the calendar year in which the Trump account is made. They must have a valid social security number before the election is made, and they must previously not had a Trump account election filed on their behalf. So one Trump account per eligible individual.
So, who can actually do the opening of the account for the eligible individuals?
Yes, so that would be the authorized individuals. Um, the following would be authorized individuals: legal guardians, parents, adult siblings, and grandparents. And that would be the order of priority in terms of the authorization.
And how long can the accounts actually be open for?
Yeah, so this is actually called the growth period. So that growth period begins when the initial Trump account is opened, and that the end of the growth period would be the December 31st of that year the child turns 17. During the growth period, special contributions, investment distributions, and reporting rules apply. After the growth period, traditional IRA rules would take over, and that those rules would be the ones that generally apply.
Now, how do you actually put money into it, and what are the different types of ways that you can get it funded?
Yeah, that's a good question. So there's actually 5 different types of contributions that can be made to a Trump account during the growth period. One of which would not be made from someone you might know, but actually a $1,000 pilot program contribution from the secretary for an eligible child. We'll get into that eligible child later. The second would be the qualified general contribution. The third would be the employer contributions. Fourth would be qualified rollover contributions. And the fifth way of contributing money into an account would be from other sources such as the account beneficiary, parents, or any other authorized individual.
So, who actually qualifies for this pilot program? I keep hearing about the $1,000 that the government can give you.
Yeah, so previously I talked about it. That $1,000 from the U.S. Treasury is actually only available to a qualified child, and this would be uh, if they were born after December 31st, 2024, and before January 1st, 2029. And they must have not had a prior pilot program contribution election processed for them, so they can only get this $1,000 payment one time in their life if they're eligible. They must be a U.S. citizen and they must have a valid social security number.
Now, you mentioned employers could make contributions to Trump accounts. Could you get into that a little bit more?
Yeah, so the Section 128 employer contribution to a Trump account can be made to the employee's Trump account or a Trump account of a dependent of the employee. During the growth period, Section 128 employer contributions are subject to a $2,500 annual limit, Employer contribution is not included in employee wages. So that annual limit is only for the employer. That's really important to note. In the next slide, we'll talk about the max amount for each person.
Perfect. So, what is the most that I can actually put into the account every year if I wanted to do the max?
So that total annual contribution limit is $5,000 during the growth period. This limit applies to the following. Like we mentioned in the previous slide, that employer contribution would apply to this contribution limit. Any contributions from other sources would also apply, and the limit would not apply to the following type of contributions: pilot program contributions, which is that $1,000 from the secretary, qualified general contributions, and qualified rollover contributions.
So now for a quick summary, what are the things that I should leave knowing about Trump accounts? What's important here?
Yep. So Trump account earnings are not subject to federal tax. For withdrawals, IRA treatment is after the growth period. So there is the first home purchase and higher education expenses. So there's only one account per qualified individual, a $5,000 yearly limit, contribution limit. Parents, family members, and employers and other eligible contributors can contribute to a Trump account. They can be opened at any time. You don't have to wait for the next tax season. The best time to do it is as early as possible. And the tax form used is the 4547. And that wraps up Trump accounts. This video was fairly short, so we didn't cover every single topic and aspect of what a Trump account is. We kind of just gave a general summary, so if you have any questions or need help setting up a Trump account for any of your eligible children, just please feel free to contact us, and we'll help set up an account for your child. For more information, you can also visit the following links on this slide. These are websites from reputable sources, and our contact info. So our phone number is 210-850-7736. You can contact us through email at info@atiffanytax.com or assistant@atiffanytax.com, or you can reach us through our website at www.atiffanytax.com. And that should be everything, and hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.